Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is enjoying their morning. It's very early. It is 9:30 in the morning. You're like, oh my goodness, you're making dinner now? Yep, I am. I haven't been able to do any tutorials because number one, I have to go food shopping. And another reason is because I've just been very busy, and it's hard sometimes to do videos when my kids is running around, and I'm trying to focus on doing on a video for you guys, and then I'm trying to focus on what my kids is doing. Yeah, it's really hard being a single mother of 3 when you're just here doing everything by yourself. So I even took a little time out. I guess when you see my video, when I upload the video of all the dishes that we ate last week, and last week I've been ordering food out like crazy because I just really didn't want to be in the kitchen. I wanted to take a break. And as mothers, we understand that, and that's what's been going on. But I found a recipe on Pinterest, and I was like, oh my goodness, I got everything in my pantry and in my refrigerator and my freezer, whatever. I'm gonna try this tomorrow and I'm gonna record it. So that's why I decided to do this video. I'm gonna make this with mashed potatoes and some carrots. I'm thinking about doing the video for the carrots. Let's see. But if I do, I will make sure that it'll be in another video. It don't have to all be cramped into one video and it'll be very long, so just in case. So today we're gonna make garlic brown sugar chicken. And what you need to make this recipe is you need a pack of chicken thighs. I don't know if you see it right here. I don't want to move the camera, but this is a pack of 8. I got 8 thighs. Thank goodness, because it calls for 8 chicken thighs, and that's exactly how much it came in the pack. So I got 8 thighs right there. You must leave the bone in. If you do not want to, I mean, it's your choice, it's your kitchen, but that's how the recipe is. So I'm gonna leave it with the skin on. You will need, I'm looking in my paper and I'm trying to explain it to you. You will need dried basil. Okay, dried basil. And you're gonna need 4 garlic cloves, but of course you gotta mince it, and I'm gonna do that while I'm cooking. You're gonna need some dried oregano, which is here, just don't have the little label. I pulled it out by mistake one day. And the recipe calls for fresh parsley, but since I don't have fresh parsley on hand, like I said, I gotta go food shopping. Dry parsley it is. So if you do got fresh parsley, kudos to you, but I don't. But if you want to, I mean, come on, you can substitute. Use dry parsley, why not? And you're gonna need some dry thyme. And the recipe also called, I don't know why I didn't put it there, but honey. Okay, so let me put that there too. Some honey and it says brown sugar. I don't know what they mean, because they got dark brown sugar and then they got the light brown sugar. I got light brown sugar, so that's how I'm gonna make it today. And salt and pepper. Salt, pepper to taste, however you wanna, how you like yours. And we're gonna need 3 tablespoons of butter. Now it calls for unsweetened butter. I mean, not unsweetened, unsalted. Oh my god. Unsalted butter, but this is salted butter, so I am gonna try not to add too much salt with this recipe because it got salt on the butter. Okay, so let's get started on this recipe and let's get going. Okay, so I cleaned up my meat. I cut out whatever little fat that was coming out of the side. Basically, I made it look a little prettier because there was a lot of fat coming out on the side, so I trimmed it down with my knife, and I this is something I always do. I don't know if you really noticed, but when I do make chicken or anything like pork or something like a nice thick piece of meat, I always do slits. You know, I want to make sure that, you know, all the you know, that all the ingredients that I'm gonna use soak into those slits, and that way it could be seasoned inside as well as out. It's up to you, you know. If you don't want to do the slits on the meat the way I do it, that's fine. Let me just show it to you real quick. Just cut it out a little bit, you see. I just do one little slit right here, you see. And that's how I do it. So it's up to you if you want to do that. I do that all the time with my meat to make sure that, you know, whatever I'm cooking, that it seasons inside as well as out. So I'm gonna salt this with salt and pepper. Salt this with salt and pepper. I'm gonna season this with salt and pepper. And I do have the ingredients to this recipe. Of course, you know, I got it off Pinterest, so I went to the site and I got all of the measurements. So if you're interested in knowing the precise measurements, everything is below in description. So just check it out, write it down, you know, copy it or whatever, and that's how you'll be able to get the exact measurements. Right now I'm just showing you what I'm using to make it, so just so you can know. And pepper right here. Now I like a lot of pepper in my stuff. I don't know about y'all, but I do. My kids are in school now. I decided to make dinner real early so I could have a little time for myself this afternoon. I got a few things to do, so I didn't want to be in a rush to do the things I had to do and also make dinner. So I was like, let me do it now instead of doing it later. So let me move this to the side. I got a pot here. It's been preheating, you know. Now, oh my goodness, wait a minute, hold on. Okay, put it back. Now, this calls for like, you know, a big skillet, nice metal one, you know, because you're gonna have to put this in the oven. I have one, but it ain't that big, and I know you just saw the skillet that I was just using to season the chicken, but I didn't want to take the risk of putting it in the oven because of the handle. The handle is kind of like, you know, plastic like, so I don't want to take that risk. So I have this big pan, this big pot right here that is really deep in, and also is big enough for all 8 of my chicken. So chicken thighs. So that's why I decided to use that. But if you have a big skillet, a big skillet pan, use that better. Like I said, I always work with what I got. So now you want to melt 2 tablespoons of butter. And I'm gonna get my butter. Excuse me, I'm sorry, but you know I go into details with everything when I cook for you guys. It feels weird without my kids not being here. Oh God. Alright, 2 tablespoons. That's 1. And this is 2. Now what we're gonna do is, hold on. What we're gonna do is we are gonna sear these chicken thighs, okay? So you're gonna like brown them up, which let me put this a little high, at least medium high. You're gonna sear these for like at least 2-3 minutes on both sides, and then you're gonna take them out and pull it aside and put it aside, which I got a plate right here. Or I could do just that. Wait. Let me not put it there. Let me put it right here on the counter. And it's not like we're gonna cook it through. We're just gonna brown both sides. So if you see like little blood and little, you know, don't get scared. We're gonna finish this up in the oven. All right. So let these smelt. Now it didn't call for extra virgin olive oil. It just says to sear it with butter. So I'm gonna do that. But if I feel like I'm gonna add extra virgin olive oil, I am, because I always make you know, do my own twist of things. So let's see what happens. I'll probably just leave the butter go. And that's good enough for me to start putting my chicken in there. I'm going to put one at a time. And I'm going to put skin down. I'm going to start off with the skin down. So this is going to sear for like at least 3 minutes on one side, and I'm going to sear it 3 more minutes on the other side. I'll be back. Okay, so I flipped it, and I'm not going to lie, this one for some reason the skin got stuck to the bottom. So just in case you be like, wait a minute, what happened to the skin over there? Did she eat it? No. I wouldn't even pick on something like this if it wasn't really that cooked anyway. But yeah, the skin got stuck, so I guess that's just gonna be a skinless one. But all the rest got the skin, and it browned up very beautifully. I'm gonna let it sear for like 3 minutes on that side, and then I'm gonna remove it and put it into a plate. Okay, so I removed all the chicken right here into this plate. And we're gonna add, remember that I said we needed 3 tablespoons of butter. We only add 2. We're gonna add the last one now. Oops. Okay. Oops, this splattered all over. Great, we're cleaning. And I got here my garlic. Usually put it in a bag. I usually put it like in a little Ziploc bag, and I'll hammer it with this, and that's how I crush my garlic. It said 4 garlic cloves, but I'm not gonna lie, me and my family, we love garlic in everything. We are garlic lovers. So I added 5. So I'm just letting you know now. I mean, but if you want to add more, you want to add less, it's like I said, it's up to you. The recipe calls for 4, but I'm gonna add 5. So what you have to do is, I had the heat on high when I was searing the chicken, but I ended up putting it now a little low just to do this, okay? And I'm gonna add all of my garlic. I'm gonna rinse my hands. You don't want to overcook these garlic. It's just to give it a nice, flavor to it. And we're just going to cook it for at least 2 minutes, so they say. Now, you're going to have to pardon me. This is like the first time I'm doing this. So if I don't upload this video on YouTube, you already know I did something wrong, or I messed up somehow, or it just wasn't good. Now if I upload it, you already know it's delicious, and I wouldn't put nothing on my channel that not for nothing you guys wouldn't like. So it's a little sticky in the bottom, but I guess when it cooks also in the oven, it's gonna it's gonna create a nice sauce. So don't worry about that as well. The garlic is really getting nice and cooked. Oh my god, my house smells so good. It smells like butter. Oh my god, it smells so good. If my kids would have been here from school, they would have been right now in the kitchen bothering me. That's why I decided to do this recipe while they're in school. They would have been already bothering me when it's gonna be done and all that other stuff. So turn this off, and we're gonna turn this off, and then we're gonna make the mix with the brown sugar and all that other stuff. We're gonna do that next. Okay, so I already mixed everything in here. Like I said, all the measurements is below, look in descriptions. But I added the light brown sugar, the honey, dried thyme, dried oregano, and dried basil. Alright, and you want to mix this up. I'm not gonna sugarcoat what I'm doing. I eyeballed everything. I'm sorry. I like to follow directions when it comes to a recipe, but sometimes, you know, like, it's not enough for me, or I just like, nah, I don't think this is enough, you know, so I end up doing my own thing. But I'm gonna give you the exact measurements in the bottom. You do what you want in your kitchen. If you feel like it needs a little bit more honey, add a little bit more honey. You ain't gonna hurt nobody. It's just gonna taste more better to me. So you do just that, all right? And I probably will add a little bit more honey as well. Talking about honey, so I'll probably add a little bit more. It called for 1 tablespoon of honey, but I'm like, that's 8 pieces of chicken right there. And I don't know, but my chicken thighs are really huge. You know, I'm gonna need more honey because it's, you know, or it could be all over. But let's see how it goes. Okay. And I know this is gonna be a little nasty, but I gotta taste the spoon to see how everything is. It does taste really good. You could taste everything. This is gonna be really nice chicken. I could tell already. So I'll be back. Okay, so we got our pan or our pot, and it is very oops, hold on, that's my alarm. So we have here the pot is off. It's completely off. And what we're going to do is we're going to place the chicken right back in there. Do not turn it on. We're just going to place the chicken, okay? I'm going to use my hands because my hands are clean. And I want to fit these babies up comfortably. Okay, so we have our chicken there, and we're gonna drizzle all of this on top. And it will melt. Don't worry if it looks a little thick, because while it's cooking, it's gonna be less thick like this. And I know it didn't call for it, but I'm gonna add just a little bit of water to get the rest of this. Just a little bit of water. You don't want to leave anything out. I'll put them in the side. Now, it's supposed to be put in the oven at 400 degrees for at least 1 hour. Okay? My oven is a little like, you know, funny. I always talk about my oven, so I'm gonna leave it at 350. Okay, and if I feel like maybe while it's done, like when it's completely done, if I feel like I want it just to crisp up just the skin a little bit, then I'll put it at 400 or 425 for at least 10 minutes for it could just brown up a little bit. I'm gonna leave it at 350 for an hour and then take a look at it, and then probably put it at 400 or 425 to brown it up nicely for at least 10 minutes. That's the way I'm gonna do it. The recipe says 400 degrees for an hour. You do what you feel is right in your kitchen. So let's put this in the oven and we'll be back. Okay, so the chicken is nicely done, as you can see. I'm gonna put this in a nice better dish and then I'll show you how it looks like. So the carrots is done, and the carrots are very, very good. Please watch that video because I'm going to plate all of this, and it's going to be with the chicken, mashed potatoes, and the carrots. Now, I didn't do the video on the mashed potatoes because I figured, let me turn it around so you can see all angles. Because I figured that I already did a recipe on mashed potatoes on my channel, and I'm gonna link that below, but I had combined it with, I think it was corn, if I'm not mistaken, because I got a lot of videos. I think I did it with mashed potatoes, meatloaf, and corn. But I think it's a long video because I showed you the whole dish. including the meatloaf and the mashed potatoes and everything, I think. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna link it below and you could check the mashed potato recipe there. I have like 3 ways of making mashed potatoes. The way the video is the way I'm doing my mashed potatoes today. So it's the potatoes is, well, it's already done. It's still boiling, but the potatoes is done. I just gotta drain it out. I'm gonna do that now. But I wanted you to check out my chicken. Look at how beautiful this chicken is. But I wanted to also add that when I was placing all the chicken in here into the dish, I had skimmed out a little bit of the fat, you know, that was in like that little sauce that was in the bottom. So I skimmed out a little bit of the fat, and when I tasted it, you know, I felt like it needed a little pinch of salt. It was sweet, but it needed that little salt in it. So I added a little salt. So I'm just letting you know that, you know, if, you know, like towards the end, you would want to go and maybe when you place it into a nice dish like this, you know, the bottom of the pan or the pot, whichever one you use, you know, take a little spoon and, you know, taste it just to see. And if you feel like it's sweet but it's not, you know, a little salty enough, or it needs a little seasoning, add your salt and pepper. All I added was salt. That's all I felt like it needed. Other than that, this chicken is really, really good. I'm telling you, really, really good. So I will be uploading this video. And you want to skim out some of the fat from, you know, from the chicken, of course. So you want to do that as well. Okay, so I'm just letting you know what I did. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna plate this lovely chicken. Now it says towards the end to go and add fresh parsley to garnish, which I was gonna use this, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think I'm gonna add that because look at how beautiful the spices look already. I don't need to add the parsley, but it's up to you. I'm not gonna add it, so I'm sorry if I did say you need it. The recipe did, you know, said that you needed it. I'm not gonna add it towards the end. I'm gonna leave the chicken just like this. It's perfect, just like that. So I'm gonna go and plate this baby up. Well, first I gotta do the mashed potatoes, which I'm gonna do that now, and then I'm gonna plate it up and I'm gonna show you the final dish. So here is my stove full of goodness going on right now. I really wish I had some biscuits to go with this. So if you have biscuits, whip it out, because I think those biscuits will be beautiful with this dish. I'm just giving you an option. I don't have no biscuits, but you know what? If you have biscuits, hook it up. So this is my mashed potatoes. My mashed potato is so good today. Whew. Every time I make these mashed potatoes, every time, I swear it tastes so good. You saw my chicken. You didn't see that piece because that piece I had put it aside when I was showing it to you the first time because I wanted to take a picture. But I already took a picture so I could put the ugly chicken back. And I got here my carrots. Now these carrots, listen, I don't do those sounds to make you try it or to do it, even though I think you should. I'm doing it because it's really good and I wouldn't lie to you guys. I have a video on this. Now I did all of this today, right? But I did a separate video on this, which is this video that you're watching, and this is another video. So if you're interested in those nice honey glazed carrots, please check that video out because I'm gonna upload both of them at the same time. Most likely I'll probably put a link below for that as well if you want to watch it. Okay, so that's that, and let's plate this baby up. So this is dinner right here. Now I'm gonna put this clip in both of the videos, so if you're interested in this will be in one video, and you're interested in this will be in another video. This is garlic brown sugar chicken, and this is honey glazed carrots. So if you're interested in either or, it will be in separate videos. I will link those below. Also, I will link a video of my mashed potatoes, but I paired the mashed potatoes in that video with meatloaf and I think corn. So if you still want to watch the video just for the mashed potatoes, you can. I will link that below as well. But this is dinner today. Honey glazed carrots, some nice mashed potatoes. I did a little well for that way, you know, I could put some gravy of the chicken in there. Sweet and savory. And I also have here my garlic brown sugar chicken. And this is dinner today, even though it's afternoon. But it's good to just, I'm glad that I did everything so early today before the kids came out of school. I think I'm going to start doing that from now on. It'll be good for me, for I could eat early and I don't have to eat so late. And also for I could just get it done and I could have the whole afternoon to myself, just doing the things that I got to do. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make this whole dish. Don't even make one or another. Make the whole dish. And if you got any biscuits, doesn't have to be homemade from scratch. Just buy the canned one. Make that baby too. I bet you it will taste good with everything that you see here. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not a subscriber and you're just viewing this video. Check out my channel. I have a variety of all types of videos on my channel. Yeah, so take care and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.